Hi. As a maritime student, I often hear people associating seafarers as someone who has success, money, and an easy life on board ship. This in turn has encouraged a lot more students to actually venture in this kind of profession. So, in a student's perspective, what is the real deal of this kind of work? And do seafarers actually live a life in a bed of roses on board ship? Hi, it's nice Joyseas you. It's pretty obvious that they think that seafarers are over the top rich and live an easy life on board ship, just like counting 1, 2, 3. But quick disclaimer, everything that I'm about to say is based on my own views and opinions and is no way related to the views and opinions of the organization, the school, or the company that I'm affiliated with. So let's start. The first is, all seafarers are rich. One of the most common misconceptions about seafarers is that they think seafarers are rich. When they get back home, the people around them, their neighbors, their friends, think that they have been carrying a lot of money as if they are just getting or like picking money from trees all over the world and they just spend it without any thought. The truth is, they have worked hard for the money that they have earned for years. So even if they think that seafarers can easily buy a house and lot, a car, or whatever there is that they want, it's really not that something that can be get easily. They have to work hard for it, for their family and for their goals. Another thing also is that many seafarers also start in low positions and they have also worked hard to get into higher ranks so just they can earn higher amount of salary, right? And that's something that other people doesn't know. This just means that we shouldn't really expect the seafarers to spend their money recklessly because they have thought of it many times, and whether if they're really rich or not, it's their money and they can do whatever they want for their own money. The second misconception is that maritime work is easy. As a maritime student, inside the campus, we are already trying to engage our works as if like we are seafarers on board. We have been doing simulations, rope works, and a lot more inside the campus. And it is never really easy to be a seafarer, thus being a maritime student as well, unless it's really something that you want to have or you want to achieve, right? So even if it's really hard, you keep pushing because that is something that you would like to achieve for yourself. Depending upon the nature of their work, since there are different types of ship and depending also on the safety management system that is inculcated in their ship, the common thing that seafarer does, regardless of the ship or the company they're in, is that they have worked hard for it. They have spent long hours with regards to their work. They have to do patrolling, duties, and other types of work on board ship. Simply put, it's really not fair to take their work as something that is easy just because you are not familiar with it. The third one is that all seafarers are not loyal. Yes, this is the most common misconception about seafarers. They have generalized that seafarers are not loyal, and that if they go into a specific port in a specific country, they do have specific women in that port. It's really common for people to think that seafarers are not loyal owing to the fact that they are away from their families or their wives and they have more freedom rather than them, so they can find women in a specific port. That's simply not true. The thing here is that they have generalized the thought that all seafarers are not loyal. However, it's really wrong to generalize because seafaring is just like any other profession. Remember, it is in the person, not in the profession. As with human nature, there are people who are faithful even if they're away, and there are people who are not. This might be the case for the seafarers, but let's also think that this case can be the same as of with other professions. I think that's pretty much it for the 3 most common misconception about seafarers. And I hope that you have learned something about it if you are not a maritime student. So I hope I have given you slight knowledge about it so that you can actually change your perception about the seafarers. So thank you so much for listening, and bye.